Twice, Jonghyun, Ji-young, and Chaehyung. Their version of The Takedown plays during the end credits of the movie, along with video clips of their recording sessions. In addition, the 2024 song Strategy by Twice is track 5 on the soundtrack. With these two tracks, Sony cemented the K-pop street cred that they created. But as it turned out, which I will refer to as Sony Movies. Under Sony Movies is Sony Pictures Animation and Sony Pictures Music.
One day, while I was bored out of my mind, I was refreshing the home button on YouTube, and I got recommended the Golden Official lyric video, and because I had nothing better to do, I clicked on it. Why not? You know, let's see what everyone's been yapping about, and which kind of fit a more musical theater kind of vibe. That means I've never really liked a movie that's also a musical. Well, until now. I am utterly obsessed with the music in K-pop Demon Hunters, and it's probably the main reason why I like this movie so much. And I'm gonna confess another sin. I didn't just listen to Golden. Before I even watched the movie, it is about K-pop. Plot. Aside from Rumi being half human, which was a nice little twist, the movie is pretty, especially in anime and K-drama, that we've all seen before.
Disgusting shit.
Including, but not limited to, having a main character with a demon inside of her, enemies to lovers, a hero crazy new or revolutionary with its narrative. But it doesn't have to. Instead, it takes all these familiar tropes and uses them to effectively tell a story that takes place in its own unique cultural setting. About the music and the funny moments that sometimes I take for granted how well animated the fight scenes are as well, using some very dynamic camera movements that accentuate the kind of moves that are only really possible in an animated film. And while it doesn't take itself too seriously, relying on brevity to lighten the mood. Side note, I find it very interesting that shame is the word that the movie emphasizes because it seems directly tied to Korean society when it comes to these stringent collectivist expectations for how a Korean person should act or be like in any given situation. Now, ways that aren't genuine to who we are as individuals for the sake of fitting in. And even worse,
of what I am. The more I hid the shame, the more it grew and grew until it started to destroy the one thing that gave me a purpose.
For example, Rumi's shame is her demonic heritage, and her refusal to show her marks to anyone manifests in the movie's simple yet heartwarming message is actually perfect for its target audience.
Okay, how's this for an absolute dream scenario for a first-time filmmaker? You write and co-direct a completely original film inspired by your culture and your love of music.
Let's get battle ready.
The movie K-pop Demon Hunters is
I'm getting better at this. I'm getting a little better.
Toxic. It is something I have to be on pretty regularly for work, promoting videos and whatnot. And there are things on social media that Tokyo's quiet suburb of Hogane became the scene of a horrifying crime. My uncle, a 20-year-old independent singer-songwriter, who was alone in the car and only 2 years old at the time, closed the door behind her and locked herself inside.
Okay,
Instead of
that wasn't on
immediately
purpose,
helping,
but
or
okay.
it starts with a tempting ad. Easy money, no experience needed, and some kind of call to action. Just deliver a package, or stealing bank cards from mailboxes, or even breaking into homes. Some are even told to harm others. As one instance involved the assault of an elderly person. And even Instagram are flooded with these offers. Some teens admit they knew it was shady, and didn't realize how deep they were until it was too late. One notable recent example of these young black
articles is the Luffy serial robbery
what?
ring that took place between 2022
What?
and 2020 organized crime. See, between 2022 and 2023, a gang led by a man named himself Luffy used these types of posts to recruit desperate young people for violent robberies across Japan. Guided remotely from the Philippines, these parts one case an elderly woman lost her life. Crimes by this syndicate go all the way back to 2019, actually. And the Luffy robbery crimes themselves may have began back in 2021. While active, there were at least 50 suspects of involvement in the robberies were deported to the Philippines and in July of 2025, a senior member of the group was sentenced. Tanuki is a popular Japanese creator known for her IRL Twitch streams that Tokyo. All IRL streams have a background, and what seemed like a fun, harmless picture quickly drew outrage on the platform. Some people did acknowledge that she at least took off her shoes before climbing into the cart, which is a not a courtesy in Japan. Still lambasted the photo and the act itself. This backlash echoed an extreme age-based double standard in Japan. And saw the Instagram post, but did leave the photo up. There were other scandals to follow. In 2021, she was mocked for posting a selfie that users claimed was heavily edited. Critics accused her of excessive Photoshop and body-shaming comments had spread, including attacks on her workout videos. Hamazaki has since limited comments on many posts due to this incident, though initially what they should have been cracking down on was not clear. Once again, all because some users started to spread misinformation online. Tokyo 2020. Kimura was beloved for her charismatic presence. In a March 31st, 2020 episode, Kai's treasured and expensive wrestling costume was accidentally shrunk in the shared laundry by fellow castmate Kai Kobayashi. The garment held deep sentimental value. It was worn in her first match at the Tokyo Dome. When she confronted Kai, she slapped his baseball cap off his head in anger. South Tokyo 2019-2020 was immediately and permanently canceled by Fuji Television and Netflix Japan. The show was removed from streaming platforms and involved in a murder. And not just any murder, but the infamous case of the Concrete Girl, or kidnapping and murder of 17-year-old Juko Furuta. How did these two Sean users correlate Kikuchi with one of the most heinous crimes in Japan's history? First, it was found that Smiley was born in 1976, making him around 12 or 13 when the
5. That the entire soundtrack would finally be recovered fully, being uploaded to the Internet Archive after it was sent by the composer himself. 3 Idiots. Not to be confused with the 3 Idiots movie from 2009.
And also I had 19 inches and zoom on. The rest of the state of my tongue is loose, which is why when I press my tongue over my mouth, it moves away. She's like, its natural state is supposed to be in the middle or top of your mouth. So I was like, what the fuck? Let me know down the below where your tongue rests and let me see my tongue rest.
Oh, I chased that dude, bro. What? Okay. Yo, what?
진짜 그런
어,
웹스타일은 막혀가지고 사장님 제가 말했죠. 그래서 제가 이제 앞으로 종종 출근해야 될 것 같아서 식당을
그 친구가 좀 부자지.
예측 봤어요? 미쳤어요.
솔직하게 말해.
진짜
진짜 어떻게 얘기하는 우리 아빠가 키웠어요. 숙소 한번 이렇게 돌려보고 갔는데 아빠가
따라다니는 그첫 룸메이트부터 팬들의 마케팅 있어요. 이게 데이식스요. 그 방이 기운이 좀 좋아요. 거의 혼자 화장실. 같이 쉬는 공간 없어요. 근데 와서 이러고 있어. 씻으려고. 그래서 항상 되게 혼자 일찍 일어나고 씻었어요. 그 형들이랑 팬티 사오는 싫어. 분명히 내 건데.
같은 디자인이면 또 이름 써야 돼. 맞을 때는 팬티 없어.
그래서 되게 나랑 잭슨이 형 우리 회사 얘기 안 하고 공원 친구가 왔어요. 숙소에.
진짜?
그래서 집 몰래 구하고 1년 살다가 걸렸어.
다음 생에 태어나는 태국인으로 해볼까요?
저는 캐나다 여권이 세서 보고 야 가발보에서 이 사람 다 하나는 진짜
근데 뭔가 재밌어. 새로운 가족 세계관.
맞아
오픈을 추천해주고 싶은 아이.
똑똑해져서 저희 평소 진짜 이러고 있어요.
Oh my god.
쓰레기 치운 거.
I'm sad.
와 오늘 빡셌어요.
너무.
사람이 사는 집이에요.
왜 쓰레기 안 버리고 가? 계속 얘기하더라고. 언니 그거 봤어? 나 청소하는 거. 재미 할 거야. 진짜 잘 할 거야.
근데 오히려 그렇게 이렇게 치면 더 편할 수도 있어.
그건 바퀴벌레잖아. 자, 괜찮습니다.
그럼 차라리 사는 거야.
What? Yes, dude. That was easy. That was relatively easy. Yes, dude. I did not mean to do that, but okay. Aw. 야.